right, so before we get into more and more discussion, because I feel like this is gonna be we could go on for days. Welcome back to the Degenerates. We're back, another episode. I've got my new good friend Diego. Actually, how do you want to be known? Like how do you want to? For me to like refer to you.
Introduce
like,
me as Diego the Fuego.
Diego
perfect.
the Fuego. Okay, yeah, the Fuego. Austin DJ. We linked up this past week. We worked together, and yeah, man. Tell everybody who you are. Like, this is your camera back here, so tell everybody.
What's good, yo? I'm Diego. I go by DJ Diego the Fuego. I'm a DJ in Austin, Texas. I've been out here for the past couple of years. I'm a producer, also instrumentalist, and yeah, I do events here in Austin, trying to build community. And big shout out to the Degenerates for having me on this podcast.
Our pleasure,
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, man.
Yeah, man. Our pleasure for sure. We were at Marlowe. And we were partying, bro. Your set is sick, dude. I was like, yo, this is like lit, bro. Like it's hard to find. I mean, obviously you can go on YouTube and just look up DJ sets, but like it's hard to find local DJs that like will have like a combination of a lot of different styles and genres all at once. Like I think at some point in your set there was like some Brazilian funk,
Brazil funk,
yeah,
or
like yeah, I'm sure there's like nuances, that you can school everybody on,
absolutely.
But like it was just interesting to see, dude. Like, what's been your talk us through? I've got a pin on that like support online conversation that I'm gonna bring back in a little bit, but talk us through like how you became a DJ. What's your
So I have a background in music. Like I've been a musician my whole life. I played trumpet starting when, like at 11 years old.
Fire.
So I was like a band nerd. I was like a band geek in middle school, high school. I like did marching band. I played in the jazz groups, and then I continued that, and I went to Texas State for a few years, which is in San Marcos.
For music?
For music, yeah. I originally wanted to be a music teacher because,
What kind of music? Like, what was your degree? Just music education?
Music education, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And so, ideally, because I wanted, like, all the music teachers I had played such, like, a heavy role and, like, a heavy impact on my life. And, like, a lot of the times they were there as more of, like, teacher/guardian figures, because I was always at school pretty much more, if not at the same amount of time that I was at home. And so, growing up, like, I had, parents that both worked jobs all day also. So it was like, I was either like hanging out at school, I was at school, hanging out with friends at school, or like, the band community was such like a little like tight little group too. So
this is here in Austin, or you're talking about San Marcos?
This is in San Marcos too. But like, even like starting in high school, kind of seeing that, like, just having that impact from them that kind of inspired me to go to Texas State and start doing music and stuff like that. Yeah. And so then, like I pretty much played pretty much since I was 11, pretty much all the way up until like now. Recently, I kind of just stopped. I've been doing like DJing more full time, but then I started producing, making beats and stuff like that in like 2019, and so then that's what kind of opened the door for like the electronic music side.
Okay.
So after that, I basically like I had a really good homie that DJ'd in San Marcos, and so he's the one that kind of like inspired me to try it for my own. And
did you learn how to DJ in San Marcos? Like, had you never DJ'd before, and then you like?
I like started picking it up because I think my homie tried to show me a couple things, and then it wasn't until like a couple of like maybe I would say like during the pandemic is when it happened, and I like basically picked up a DJ board, kind of like something like a side hobby, and so then I just taught myself how to DJ with just.
How long did it take you?
I mean, honestly, it only took me maybe a couple months to like kind of really get down and understand it. And I think I'm really lucky just because of the prior knowledge that I've had. Yeah. Like, man, like it's really given me an edge. I feel like when it comes to just like being comfortable learning, there's like so many other like etiquette things I feel like that I learned, and like, it helped. Like I know how to like, it's all different, like you play in front of a crowd. And like you'll get the same energy, if not, you'll get a different energy when you like DJ a big ass crowd too, right? But it only takes like a couple of those like moments, you know, you kind of get the anxiety out, you know, because it's a different kind of energy you feel.
Yeah.
But I feel like the prior experiences of like performances and like concert, you know, the etiquette and stuff, it really kind of helped me like kind of get all that under control.
What was the like? I feel like DJing is one of the most underappreciated art forms ever, because DJs are the least paid almost all the time, especially in the hip hop side.
Right.
You know, DJing as an art form started with hip hop as one of the four pillars, right?
Yeah,
as like,
yeah.
you know, DJ, graffiti, b-boying, and MCing. And the DJ kind of like became a background thing, whereas like the DJ was the main star when hip hop started, because it was the block parties. Like Kool Herc was like putting together these block parties, and the rapper, the MC, their job was to talk about how good the DJ was, and somehow along the way we lost the plot.
Well, I was gonna say,
you know what I mean?
It definitely started out like that too, but then, you know, when you get into like the discussion of like discotheques and like, you know, like those kind of clubs too, it's funny because their whole, like in the 80s and stuff like that, like some like on some like dance club vibes, you know, they tried their hardest to like keep the DJ in the background. Like it wasn't about, like, you couldn't even see the booth sometimes. And like, it's funny because there's like a bar, Barbarella's, there's one here in Austin. And that's kind of how the DJ booth is like mimicked. Like the DJ's in there, you can't really see him unless you like go into the booth kind of vibe. But like
that's how it is
kind of focused on, you know, just the crowd. So, you know, it's definitely very like, I think now though, I don't know if it's just me being a DJ and kind of like seeing the network of DJs, especially like online and stuff like that. I definitely feel like it's definitely got its place back with, you know, just being up there. It's definitely a little oversaturated also, you know. I feel like maybe that's just me being in the, you know, in the space too, but
I kind of get that too though, because like you'll get things like everybody's a podcaster now, or everybody's an influencer now, everybody's a DJ
they've
now.
Got something.
Everybody's
literally.
a photographer now, right? So, but I think that's the same with everything. I think that like, there's no way to like get around that fact that like we've just become, this is a new world that we live in. You know what I mean? What is your opinion on like the types of DJs? Like whenever you started DJing, did you want to be the kind of DJ that you are right now? Like, because even when it comes to like the board is different, like vinyl versus scratch, which is like scratching DJs, which again, me coming from, the b-boy community, the hip hop community, there was like so much praise for like being able to like scratch, and like, you know, that was like what a real DJ was. Turntablism for sure, right? But there are so many different ways that you can approach DJing nowadays that like it incorporates an element of technique for sure, right? But then like the software is so good now that like a lot of old school heads would be like, it does a lot of the work for you. However, it then opens the door to explore so many different types of music that you may have not have even heard before, because you were so worried about technique and being able to like, you know, match, you whatever the term is, right? You so much technique involved that you were like, you have to kind of have to stay in this genre,
right?
But like now you can go and get like, you know, some music from India or some music from Africa or from wherever, and then like start to incorporate it, and like, because you don't have to rely so much on like the technical aspect of what it used to be, it allows for a different type of creativity. What are your takes on that, of everything I just said?
I mean, I think it's definitely been like a pillar in the DJ community. I mean, you know, especially like the old school, you know, that's like turntablism, vinyl, scratching, and like a part of me though really appreciates it. I have been like working on like that a little more progressive as like we've gone, because I want to try and be as well versed like with doing anything, you know. So I've got a couple turntables and stuff.
Nice.
So I just need to like.
Do you have a favorite DJ that does that?
I love like DJ Premier. Like
Premier's
like,
so good. Qbert, have you seen Qbert?
No, I don't think I have.
Bro, you got to see Qbert. We're gonna take a little pause.
Yeah.
We could do this all day if we were.
I was gonna say, man, there's so many really dope like DJs that are like doing stuff like that too. I think there's another younger kid that I heard about. Like he just won one of the
DJ
competitions. He's from San Antonio.
Oh, fire, dude!
But yeah, like I have another homie. His name is Dopez. He's like he's won like scratch competitions like that and stuff.
Isn't
too.
it crazy?
So, yeah, like just like seeing him and like pulling up on his stuff whenever he's just like going like scratching or doing a set and stuff is just
stupid, right?
It's stupid. It's super stupid.
Because I come from that world, I used to be snobby about that shit, dude. I used to be like, bro, like if you can't do that, you're not a real DJ.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
But then like since obviously like you kind of I got out of it, and then like now I have so much appreciation for all the different kinds of DJs that there are, because it's like again I feel like it's one of the most underappreciated art forms. So